We are having so much fun, and we know you're going to love our next guest. His name is Tony Walker, and he is a comedy guy. Comedy cures everything. So.
Absolutely. I had cancer at the age of 32, and I do believe that the laughter and the positive attitude got me through it just as much as the medications did, which led to the comedy troupe that I run called Knockem Comedy. We do dinner theater, murder mysteries, game shows, kid shows. We're not stand-up or anything like that, just comedy shows, variety shows.
So you go to restaurants and where else? Like theaters?
Restaurants, private parties, corporate events, fundraisers. Did I say fundraisers?
Fundraisers, firehouses.
Comedy shows, they're murder mysteries, they're audience participation. It's a scripted show because there's clues and hints that have to go out, but it's not a don't blink or you'll miss something. It's not Agatha Christie.
Right.
It's a comedy. It's lighthearted, but one of the characters does get killed,
right.
And then the audience has to figure out who did it and why. And if it's a private party or a corporate event, we personalize it to fit their event.
Now, do you ask the audience for help with the mysteries? Or
Yeah, they solve it.
All by themselves.
Based on what they saw during the show, we even give them a little section where they can interrogate the suspects.
Oh, that's
and,
fun.
So we'll deflect, deny, point fingers at other characters, but everybody makes the rounds throughout the whole room and talks to people.
The show is guaranteed. It's 100% guaranteed fun.
Totally.
Everywhere we go,
always.
everybody loves that show.
The audience just get so involved, and there's just such a part of the show, and that makes it even better.
Other things that you do aside
Yeah,
from
we
mystery.
do game shows.
Oh, the game show, we have a podium with lights and buzzers and sounds, and it's basically
Like
a
a
trivia
fantasy.
game show, or it could be, again, we ad-lib with that too. So they may want a trivia game show, but if we show up and they're a loud, boisterous group and they're a lot of fun, we could ask them to do funny physical challenges or do some karaoke or whatever, or name that tune, whatever we feel like doing, and they'll be willing to do. We'll take it there.
What movie introduced the phrase, "There's no crying in baseball"?
What letter comes after A? Yes, there you go. Go ahead. B is correct!
Is there a favorite skit that you do that just still cracks you up every time you do it?
We do a lot of audience participation murder mystery shows, comedic murder mystery shows. And there's two shows. We have a mob show. We're in New York. You have to have the mob shows. And we have a redneck wedding, which is just
I have
it's
to
a
come
lot
see
of
that
fun.
one.
You're welcome
Yeah!
anytime. Anytime. In fact, I even
Well,
brought
growing
you a
up in
shirt.
St. Louis, Missouri, I have to say, you did?
Oh, of course I did. That you will wear
Hey!
everywhere you go. In fact, I have a whole bunch there. I'm giving one out to everybody.
Everywhere I go. Okay.
That's right.
There you go.
Knockem Comedy.
Oh, that's great.
Can I
Knockem
pretend I'm
Comedy.
drinking something here?
Excellent. Yeah, you can pretend like
Thanks,
you're drinking something.
I'm having fun on the set.
We actually do put water in it when guests ask.
Just
we
not
do. But
this
if you
guest.
if you don't ask ahead of time, wait. This one's full of water. You ready? One, two, three. All right. There you go.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
The Knockem Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims.
So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527.
Okay. Okay, we'll just do that for now.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony and Sally on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight and the Mets win it.
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, that Knockem Day Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warm up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy with those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully you'll get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
Get really sweaty.
And that's how we start the show. My
Sweaty
ears get really sweaty, says Andy. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Podcast on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast Twitch channel. Thanks for joining us. Mo is here. Andy's here. Happy Veterans Day.
Yeah. Happy Veterans Day to you too.
It's weird. That's a weird thing to say. It's not like Happy
It's like
Christmas.
Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day.
Yeah, I don't feel
Happy dead
right.
people. Yeah.
But you want to acknowledge.
No, I get you. And it's weird. It is weird. It's not something that we, as a culture and as a country, we didn't really start acknowledging it as like a real thing until post 9/11. Up until 9/11, I can't tell you how bad in all my travels all around this country, particularly when I was in.
Yeah.
people fucking hated the military. It was.
I'm going to disagree with you on that.
No. Here, it's a bubble here. There's
oh, okay. So it's not the case on Long Island.
I'm talking about across the country.
Oh, okay.
Like, people in those towns see a military guy as coming in and getting their daughters pregnant and like driving their economy, which nobody wants outside forces to drive your local economy, right? You would rather it be
right, yeah, mom and
people
pop
here.
Right.
But we come in, like you're talking about, like in North Dakota, the base was the 10th largest city in the state of North Dakota. I know that's not saying much, but it's an economic draw. Like it definitely forces some shit.
Sure.
I had no idea you were so well traveled and worldly.
Oh, Andy is very worldly.
No, I've literally, like, I would say if I can get to India, that'll connect from Thailand is as far going west as I ever went, and going east, the furthest I ever did was Kuwait. So I feel like if I get to India, which is smack in the middle of those, I can actually say that I've been around the world.
What is the most amount of pre-vacation shots you've had to have?
Well, see, a lot of the vaccines are pills also. So not some basic training. They actually lined us up and they had the air guns.
Mm-hmm.
And they would tell you, like, don't move. And, like, you're in a line with a bunch of guys. Like, you're in your underwear. And there's a big line, and you're going along, and okay, next. And you all take one step forward. Next, one step forward. Don't fucking move. And don't you fucking move. And I saw them actually move the gun on a guy and cut him just to see, he fucking moved. And I'm like, oh, shit, like, they don't give a shit. They're just doing that to fucking control us even more. Like, okay, boy, I hope I'm not the next one that they decide to fucking cut with this air gun, because it was a bad gash the guy had. I had to go get it taken care of. He didn't move. He was three guys ahead of me. I could see him.
My apologies. I lost the connection to her question.
The vaccines, like getting shots. And so the most shots I was there that I ever got was there, and they were hitting us both sides, like
okay.
And they had multiple shots going into us each time. So I would say I think I got 9 shots in like right when I got in. But
so it was like an air gun buckshot of
they
viruses.
They come right up, and it's like a pressure thing that, like, once they touch you, it fires like much like what are the people who have allergies?
Oh, like an EpiPen?
Yeah, it's kind of like an EpiPen, but it's hooked up to a compressor, so that it goes and it comes right out. It hurts like a motherfucker.
I bet.
And you're getting both at the same time, and that's why they're yelling at you not to move. And that's why they cut the guy, is to be like, see, this is what's going to happen to you if you move.
I'm stunned.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that answer.
But see, and this is why we should say Happy Veterans Day, because just that alone, you deserve a lot of credit.
Dude, this extra arm I got has been so useful. Nobody needs to thank me for any. I should be thanking the taxpayer.
You've jerked off twice.
Tail.
You know.
Yeah. Oh God. Have you ever had a 3-hand? It's fucking amazing. 2 hands is great with the twisty, but the third, you haven't lived. You know, everybody should do some service.
Exactly.
Everybody.
I am absolutely fascinated by you right now.
Don't be. It's only gonna go downhill from here. But yeah, and before I left for Kuwait right after 9/11, like they tested us for fucking everything. Like literally, like I remember actually getting a conversation with the phlebotomist, and she's like, I'm like, why do you have to take so much fucking blood this time? And she goes, oh, we got to test you for and then she gets to HIV, and I'm like, wait, I'm married, man. Like, and she's like, yeah. She goes, do you know how HIV spreads on these bases? Somebody goes and fucks around on their spouse. They come back. They give it to the spouse. Spouse goes and fucks around on them.
Oh, my goodness.
And now all of a sudden you have a fucking a pandemic. A local pandemic. Localized pandemic.
It's like the 1980s all over again.
Yeah. Yeah. Except
military bases are the bathhouses.
Except everybody's straight.
Yeah.
That was back during Don't Ask, Don't Tell when I was in. I didn't get to be in the liberalized. We had to memorize a statement at MEPS.
Oh, yeah.
Brooklyn. They would be like, go around the corner, look at the wall, memorize the first 2 paragraphs, and basically like, I mean, it's been how many years, but it was like, I will not offer up any information about my sexuality, nor will I answer any questions that might be asked of me. And then right after that, this fucking gunnery sergeant goes, "Are you gay?" And I'm like, didn't I just...
Yeah.
Did you get air gunned if you...
No, I think they just fucking ejected you.
And he just asked you that or everybody?
I think he was asking everybody. I don't know. You're only in there by yourself. It's kind of like when the guy who's checking you for hemorrhoids.
Right.
Which, by the way, who was that? Chrissy, what's her name? Who used to have the show, Miller?
Oh, Christy Miller, yeah.
That she did this one thing about like, you have to take your finger and rub it on the asshole. I was like, oh my God, was she a doctor in the Air Force? But anyway, I digress. Go on, start the show, Tony.
I did.
We got fucking...
It's Veterans Day. Please, it's right above my head. Please like and share the show here on Twitch. I don't know if you got to like it. I don't know what you got to do on Twitch. But subscribe to the channel and share the link. Do that much. And tell everybody you know about the great shows here at Govs. Here on Twitch and, of course, on the YouTube channel.
It's your Twitch.
Carol Miner's watching.
What's up, Carol?
I'll get to Carol in a second. I don't want to ignore Mo. Mo, what do you think of when you hear Veterans Day? Anything in particular, or do you have any personal attachments?
I have to get babysitting for my kids because they're not in school.
Lee Greenwood, okay. I'm proud to be an American.
No, of course, that too. But
yeah.
Wow, I feel so on the spot. And
well, you are. Well, welcome to the spot.
That answer was fine. That answer was good.
Yeah, there's no wrong answer.
That's right.
I'm trying to offer a different answer. That's all.
Go ahead.
I mean, we could. Yes, of course, proud, patriotic. You did something I could never do.
That's not true. Everybody can do it. It's just a matter of just doing it.
No, I would have just constantly peed myself until they sent me home. Like I swear, I would not have been able to do that.
I flew a desk.
Wow.
I was in some of the greatest trailers all across this world of ours. Like it was nothing. Like I sat there and I worked on a computer. I went to meetings. I scheduled aircraft to fly. Like it wasn't anything different than anybody else does.
It was like a job.
It was a job. The Air Force is the most like a job.
I can't even handle getting to a podcast on time.
You were on time.
Today I was on time. Let alone, giving people directions as to when to take off and land. And
you give directions to your kids, don't you?
Right. Dude, you'd be surprised. Like, especially everybody when you go, you're young, so you're malleable, and
we'll sign you up right now. Would you like?
They're good at training people. They are really the whole thing is set up to train people.
Nope. I admire anybody who can do it. That is just absolutely not for me. I think it's kind of like the same reasons why I couldn't be a teacher. Right. I just couldn't stand the odds of that many creatures against me. Right. I would not be able to be in the armed services.
I guess I just have that level of anger that I would be able to
Well, I have anger, but I just stab people. It's a lot easier.
No, I feel you.
And I get away with it. So that's good.
Neat.
Yep, I just killed that conversation.
Nobody just letting it marinate.
That's right. Comic timing. Good morning, Beansy. Good morning, Carol Miner. There's Fremder. Can we talk about asshole rubbing again?
Well, dude, is your asshole fixed yet? Like, what the fuck? Like,
that's true. I would think
when are you coming down?
I would think that would be all you've been talking about lately, Andy.
Oh, I do have a special announcement.
Oh, you do?
Totally fucking forgot about this.
No, you didn't. You remembered it just now.
I will be there Wednesday.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to just let you kind of hang out there. That's why I didn't say anything when I came in. So I will be at the premiere of Comic Sans.
Let me,
this Wednesday, I'm coming to the post.
Let me.
I'll be there too.
Mo's coming, and Emily, who's coming?
Emily is coming.
Very nice.
Sweet.
Winner of Best Script at the Tokyo Short Film Festival.
I would love to see what the translation was.
I really hope
and then translate it back into English. You know, one of those.
There's a YouTube channel that does that with songs and stuff like that.
I wish they did it with the script so we could see what these people gave the award for.
I just want to see if Godzilla ended up making an appearance.
In a way.
That to me, and I've said it a few times, that's how, to me, that's making it. You've made it in this business when your film is shown and somebody else is overdubbing your voice
Yeah.
in a different language. I'm like, I would love to see that. That would be so cool. This Wednesday, the private screening of Comic Sans. We're very excited. This just made my day. I'm happy you guys are coming. Very excited. A lot of you are coming to the premiere. That is, you might get so excited from the whatever. We're so excited. A lot of you.
Needless to say, there's mops there. There are mops there, so don't worry about whatever happens.
You are playing the plumber.
That's right. Just
Speaking of 1980s New York City, with all the peep
Jizz
shows.
Mopper, sure.
Yeah.
So we're very excited about this screening. We do have probably the theater holds 300. We do have we're probably around half full at the moment. Yeah.
I would say it's half empty, but that's who I am.
That's so pessimistic of you.
It is.
So we're very excited. We're happy that people are coming to join us. Somebody ringing?
No.
Oh, it's you?
Girl Scout nuts.
Girl Scout nuts.
We do live in a new world.
Yeah. Fremder, a lot of people coming to this premiere. I guess I'll bring my poncho. Yeah. Are you? Yeah, you're coming, Fremder? I know Liz Batapede said she might be coming.
Sweet.
If you'd like to be a part of this, message us and we'll put you on the list. We're opening this up to our viewers only. Just the cast members, our friends, and you guys. So it's not open to the public. So we're very excited about it. Can't wait. Comic Sans with Don Sill. It starts. The doors open at 7:30. Putting the movie on around 8:15, and then Don's going to say a few words either before or right after the movie, and then we're going to do a little Q&A. Joey Cola has confirmed that he's coming.
Sweet.
And he has agreed to be part of the Q&A.
Well, I haven't yet to agree to be part of I need you guys to approve.
We'd have
my
to ask
rider.
you first now.
You guys have to approve my rider.
I will.
No.
I do. I would like to. I'm hoping to hit almost the whole cast and some of the crew with at least one question. Give every.
You're gonna hit people.
I'm gonna hit you.
I don't know if
shut
I'm
the fuck up.
I'm taking it back.
To get at least one question into each person, but I don't think it's going to be terribly long. So we'll have to see. But
yeah, just don't count on it being long.
Well, sorry,
Please.
my life.
Or girthy. I'm a walking disappointment. Is what I'm saying.
I'm a hopping disappointment. So
hey, you came the day I'm here.
So Veterans Day, a lot of restaurants nationwide are honoring veterans and active duty military members with food and drink deals. Is this? I don't.
It's like, hey, we'll feed you one day, but
the rest of the year you're on your own.
Fuck your medication. That's my favorite.
Applebee's. Active duty military members and veterans can order a free meal from a select menu.
And that's just it's like all right, how do we get them in here and not have to spend any actual money?
Well, but they're also giving them a $5 gift card that is redeemable for future visits.
Right, because it gets you back in with your family.
Yeah, but it's still $5.
$5 is not $5 anymore. $5 is like 50 cents.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's half a gallon of gas.
True.
Right. There you go. Buffalo Wild Wings giving out 10 boneless wings and fries.
Ooh.
Oh, you can't even put the bone in. That's cool. No. That's cool. Buffalo Wild Wings.
Well, it sounds like we could just do a tour today with you.
Yeah, no.
We'll go to Applebee's. We'll go to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Some of my friends and some people I grew up with, like we talked about it for a while. That maybe one night we would just like do every place that has a free thing, and then it was like that's too much work.
California Pizza Kitchen, free complimentary entree and non-alcoholic drink.
Yeah, have a beer on me. You remember those when people would say shit like that?
Yeah. Caribou Coffee, free hot coffee.
Caribou Coffee? Oh, that must be the brand. I'm like,
I'm not familiar with it.
What baristas are you fucking hiring?
A free entree at Chili's. A complimentary build your own Grand Slam breakfast at Denny's.
Ooh,
that's good, right?
That's a good one.
Yeah, no, Denny's is for real though. Denny's always has a. I'm pretty sure Denny's has an active duty discount like all the time, like a 10%, standing like 10% thing.
What happened? What did you laugh at over there?
He gave the representation for Denny's.
Absolutely. The respect, mad respect.
I know.
The Grand Slam breakfast includes 2 buttermilk pancakes, bacon, sausage, and eggs.
See, they're not even fucking around. Everybody else is like, special menu. They're like, here's the special menu. We're going to give you everything.
But it's only good until noon. So you got a half hour. Get over there. Actually, isn't there a Denny's right down the road from here?
I don't know. There's a Denny's down the road from me in Center Range.
I think that they closed that Denny's down the road.
Oh, did they? It's gone? Oh,
the
I
one
see.
that like used to be the Ground Round.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I think it's gone.
Oh, is it?
That's
Those are what I know.
The ground round anymore.
I only pass it
I
every
don't
day.
know for sure though, so I might be wrong.
No,
Denny's,
you're
if
probably
I'm wrong,
right.
I'm sorry.
Dunkin'
So
Donuts.
you pricks. You're not
Dunkin' Donuts, a free donut of their choosing with no purchase necessary.
See, Dunkin' Donuts knows what's up.
But it's of their choosing, so you're gonna get like yesterday's, you know.
Oh, fuck these fucking Girl Scout mothers.
Friendlies, free dinner buffet and a beverage.
Friendly's has a dinner buffet.
That's what it
I haven't
says.
been, it shows you how long it's been since you've been in Friendly.
No, there's one by me in Baldwin that my parents are there, 4 nights a week, and everybody knows they're seniors. They're really adorable when they do this, but they love going to Friendly's.
The Golden Corral.
Golden Corral.
From today through Sunday.
There's definitely none of those around
Yeah,
here.
that's true. They have some kind of an appreciation night, but it doesn't say what it includes.
Strippers. That's what that means.
Ooh, IHOP, which is walking distance from here.
Oh, yeah.
Free red, white, and blueberry pancakes to veterans and active duty military. That's cool.
That is a good one. Does
That's
that
a good
expire at noon too?
It doesn't. No, it doesn't say.
I know what we're doing
Which one
after
was
this
that?
show.
Fucking A, man.
What place?
IHOP.
IHOP.
Oh, pancakes. Free donut at Krispy Kreme and a small hot or iced coffee. Ooh. Outback. What are they offering? Oh, it's not a free steak.
But see, like the donut people and the breakfast places.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the way they're wording it is a lot better than all the rest of them. Because all the rest of them are like, yeah, but the rest of the donut places and
Just
the breakfast
free.
places are like, hey, this is it. This is what we're giving you.
Right. Well, Outback. Free bloomin' onion and a soda. That's not bad. Those bloomin' onion things can be kind of big. And Red Robin, a free double burger and bottomless steak fries.
Oh my God! See,
And I think the Red Robin, is that still here? That used to be over here on Hampshire Turnpike.
You have children. You have to be the expert on
I don't live near here.
Me neither.
I travel to be here. That's how committed I am to being the newest cast member around here.
Cast member. A member of the Looney Bin. TGI Fridays. Receive a free meal from select menu options.
See, don't be with the select fucking
which
shit.
include dishes like chicken fingers and fries.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Or sirloin steak with mashed potatoes and broccoli.
I bet you it's a smaller size. It'd be like, oh, normally we do an 8 ounce.
Yeah, right.
Here's your 6 ounce.
Half ounce. Starbucks free tall hot or iced coffee.
I mean, that's what they do. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's easier for, I think, the breakfast and the donut and the coffee places to do it because it's like, hey, this is it. This is what we do. We're giving it to you.
All right, I got 2 more left, and I'm saving the best for last.
Ooh.
Wendy's.
Which rub and tug? Do I have to guess which rub and tug it is? The one across from the Ronkonkoma train station. That's a shout out to Billy, but go on.
Oh, okay. Free breakfast at Wendy's. I didn't even know Wendy's had breakfast. I don't know if I'd want breakfast
yeah,
at
because
Wendy's.
they're using, what's his face? The guy who had to give back his Heisman? Fuck. And he played for the Saints when they won the Super Bowl. Reggie Bush.
Oh,
They're
right.
doing all those
yes.
with the red shirt.
Yeah, he's getting all excited about the.
Yeah.
Does Reggie Bush also own a rub and tug?
If he does, I'd love to check it out. Reggie, call me.
But see now, but at Wendy's you missed it because it ends at 10:30.
Yeah, well, breakfast.
Yeah.
What
All
are you
right.
gonna do?
The best for last. White Castle.
Ooh.
Holy shit! He does his research.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Free combo meals or breakfast combo meals. Served in limited edition patriotic packaging.
Oh.
White Castle doing shit right. They're like combo meals.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, what else are you going to get usually when you... Though, as we all know from the Beastie Boys, White Castle fries only come in one size.
This is true. Well, if we're going to go to White Castle, I need to make a stop at my guy first, and then, give me about 20 minutes, and then we can go to White Castle.
You need a little weed in...
I would need a lot more than a little to go to White Castle.
See, so again, a White Castle in Center Reach that is an interest, like this crazy like traffic pattern for it. I'm not going to go into it.
We got a West Hempstead one. We got
Okay, since you asked.
Limbrook.
Oh yeah, Limbrook, Sunrise Highway. Yeah,
that one's close to me, so we can all go to my place. Let's all go bake out my apartment, and then we'll go get some.
No, you know what? My shit is not my car, so that's for all you cops out there. I don't have my shit in my car. Otherwise, we could have just gone to my car and straight to fucking White Castle.
I don't know. My for all I know, my dad smoked all my shit. I don't know.
Nice.
Imagine that would be pretty wild.
That would explain
Tony's not vegan anymore.
Lot.
What?
Tony's not vegan anymore.
But Tony is vegan. No burgers for you. Does anyone go to White Castle sober?
Yeah. You're looking at him.
Nope.
My brother and I.
I do. Yeah, I do.
Wherever there are two Plajanoses meet, we go and get a crave case.
Nice.
I will give credit to White Castle. Remember when everything shut down during Sandy? Because, everything shut down during Sandy. White Castle was still open and feeding people.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, these are good people.
Oh, yeah.
What, Minnesota? Or isn't that where the corporate headquarters is? I'm not sure. Midwest. Good Midwest values.
So we joke around on here sometimes that Twitch holds back comments if they feel they're offensive, and then I have to approve it or deny it.
This blowjob comment went straight
well, that's the thing. Usually it's sexual in nature. I didn't even read the comment yet, so I don't know what it says, but I'm being told it's being held back for aggression.
Ooh.
It's actually from Friender. No surprise there. White Castle comes out the same way it goes in. Sorry, I read that wrong. Sorry. White Castle goes out the same way it goes in, a piece of shit between two buns.
You're missing a comma there. Andrew.
Yes, that's why I got thrown off. But I will allow it, Andrew, from there. Boom, there it is. It's been allowed. Now you all can see it. Let me go back and read some comments.
So there's a grammatical
Thank you.
grace period.
Thank you, Fremder. Thank you for putting the comma.
Let's see. A lot of people coming to this premiere. I guess I'll bring my punch. Oh, I read that already. Okay. I think it's stupid that every place has to have a sale on a day like today. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, the sales. Well, that's I've years ago, 2005. I was in a bar in Smithtown, and a friend of mine and I riffed this whole thing about 9/11 mattress sales, because that's when you know it just doesn't matter anymore. Because listen, I'm of the generation I went over, but everything over time, you can't always remember everything. Remember the Maine? Anybody remember the Maine?
No.
The Maine what?
The water Maine.
The USS Maine. Anybody remember the USS Maine?
I know that there's a state called Maine.
So the USS Maine was blown up in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba in 1899. And it was the precipitating factor for the Spanish-American War. It's what kicked it off.
Okay.
Because it killed, I want to say 20 or 30 sailors. So remember the Maine? No, nobody remembers the Maine.
Well, they didn't have White Castle back then.
You remember the Alamo. You remember the Alamo.
Sure, Davy Crockett.
But why do we remember the Alamo? What happened at the Alamo?
America defeated...
No, not America.
Mexicans defeated a bunch of Americans.
Mexicans, no, and even not all of them would have even called themselves Americans.
Just get to the fucking point,
No,
Andy.
it was right. Well, it was that a bunch of people went into Texas, which was Mexican territory, and they were trying to agitate the Mexican government into an attack, so that America would come into and get into a war with Mexico, so that the state of Texas could be annexed into. So we talk about remembering things and whatever. Over time, memories fade, and that's just a part of how things go. But you will know when 9/11 has faded from memory.
Yeah.
When somebody says something along the lines of, "The terrorists hate our savings."
Oh, yeah, that's coming. Absolutely, that's coming.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that was in 2005. My buddy and I were doing that bit in a bar. And
well, if you remember, I think it was last year where the hell was it? It wasn't. I don't think it was in New York, but maybe Jersey. There was I think a car deal. Oh no, it was
Alabama.
a deli. It was Alabama. Wasn't it a deli or a diner or something? They had all these 9/11 like sandwiches and deals going on. And they caught a lot of flack for it. But I think you're right. Probably another 50 years from now, or maybe even a little bit longer.
Less than that.
Yeah,
God, yeah, less
there
than
will be. Yeah, I mean, I think even now it's like President's Day. You see,
well, that's
the worst George Washington impersonations selling a car. It's disgraceful.
This is why I'm against making it an actual official holiday off.
9/11?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it'll
turn into that.
That
yes.
will warp speed. Will make because look at Memorial Day. All of these fucktards who are like, oh, I got a new grill for Memorial Day weekend.
Right.
Getting the boat ready for Memorial Day weekend.
It's just a day off. That's all it is. They don't. Right. They don't care why.
So
right.
much rather it just be noted, and that we go through the rituals that we've kind of developed from it, because I think that they're deeply moving and necessary. But if you have it as a day off, people are just going to be like, summer's almost over.
Right.
Real summer's almost over. Let's go jet skiing.
It's true. All right, back to the comments. Carol Miner says, poor Moe is stuck with these two. Stay strong. Good morning, New York girl. Isn't the Golden Corral a sex move?
It is.
Only if you're R. Kelly.
So what you do is you...
Ask Christy Miller.
Yeah.
Dave gave Wendy his milkshake. But Tony is vegan. Yeah, I'm not... I'm doing pretty good. I'm not eating burgers as much as I was. But I'm still... yeah.
But you
I'm definitely not a
yourself
vegan.
Right.
No.
Thank you. I think that was the point I was hinging on.
On Martin Luther King Day, they should give deals on freedom. Oh, my goodness.
That doesn't even make sense, Andrew.
Nope.
Yeah.
Black and white cookies, sure. That's hilarious. But that would be like the Puerto Rican Day Parade, right?
Oh, my goodness.
Well, it's traditional, right?
I don't know when I'm supposed to laugh.
Am I right?
I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. I'm just going to smile and nod.
Put the seatbelt on. You see, that's why the seatbelt is there.
Oh, good point. Okay.
All right. I got a weird story. Now, I know there was something that we agree we were going to talk about, and I'll get to that in a second. I just had one more story revolving around a veteran, which him being a vet really doesn't have anything to do with this story, but it's the fact that he's a veteran, I guess maybe is why I found it. This guy, he's an Army vet. His name is Andrew. His wife is Christy. Andrew and Christy McKenzie. They were heading home from a family celebration this past Father's Day in June, obviously. This past Father's Day, when their car collided a car collided with them. They were on a motorcycle, and a car collided with them. A near-fatal accident that sent both of them to the ER. When Andrew McKenzie woke from the traumatic event,
he was a woman.
He thought it was 1993.
Oh, shit.
So even the doctors weren't sure if his memories of their last 29 years together were forever gone. Little did Christy know that her husband would not only recover, but they'd fall in love all over again. Culminating. Wow. Culminating.
You're welcome.
I don't know what's wrong with me. And the couple renewing their vows in front of their children and grandchildren in North Carolina's Outer Banks on August 29th. So I thought that was kind of cool.
That's cool.
My question is, to both of you, if you guys woke up and thought it was 1993, what would be what's going on in your head? What's going on in your world?
When in 1993? First of all, like back in June, like when the accident happened?
I don't know if he woke up thinking it was the same date, but 1993, or if he thought it was January 1st. I don't know.
Because I have like like that year had 3 or 4 distinct stages to it.
That year?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's the year I graduated. So the beginning of the year would have been high school and a lot of drugs. And then when I graduated, I moved to Florida, and there was Florida. Then when I got back, I was homeless. And then after I was homeless, I was living in a group home by the end of the year. So there are 4 distinct stages. So as to where my brain would be it literally depends on which part of the year it was.
I think we covered them all, it sounds like.
Yeah, briefly. I mean, if you just want to fucking glance over it like that, Tony, that's cool. I'll fucking go and sit in the bathroom until this is over. You just knock on the door when you're done, okay?
Mo, what about you?
1993. I was in 7th grade.
Okay.
So that is, I don't know. I think I was just way too concerned about getting boys to notice me. You know?
I was going to say, like, was there the stupid snapping bra kind of phase? Did you ever have... Because I was never a dude who did that sort of thing,
I went
so
to
I always
Catholic
wonder.
school. So
was it all girls?
No, it was
Co-ed?
Co-ed. I was going to say co-gender. Just that's how...
Whatever. I think that's acceptable. Matter of fact, that might be more...
acceptable now.
Well, it would be more proper.
Well, now it would be multi-gender.
Yeah. But co doesn't just mean two.
No, but to me, 1993 means Nirvana, of course, because isn't that when Kurt Cobain died?
1994 is when he died.
Okay, well, so then
so
it
he
was
was,
the,
but he was
the
big.
peaking,
Yeah,
right.
right.
So there was that. There was what else happened in 1993?
I graduated high school.
Andrew graduated from high school. It was exciting, and then he was homeless. This is a whole story.
I lived
here.
by the beach in Florida for a couple of months.
That's because you went to all places with drugs.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize what I was doing. I was
No,
just
you're
moving
not.
in with my grandmother owned a small apartment.
Mhm.
I like to call it simplex because there was only 6 apartments.
Okay.
So not really complex.
Oh, you're complex.
Nobody has ever laughed at that joke. I do want to say that. And I have not stopped trying since
1993.
Earlier even, since
Mm-hmm.
like 1985 when I first realized that she owned a apartment simplex.
Carol says you are like a whole bad soap opera rolled up into one human.
You goddamn right I am, Carol.
You're still more entertaining than the last person who sat in that seat.
No, I know. You know, you gotta like. You wanna like he's a guest, and you know I know he's not watching, but just in case he is, he definitely should have tried to take his morning poop before he came in.
He has apologized several times.
Okay.
I
Not to
don't.
me.
Well, right. Yes.
He didn't want to apologize to me. I know.
Whew, yeah, that was something.
It's all good. I came back.
Of course, yes.
Especially knowing that it was going to be Andy here.
That's right. Well, exactly.
He was one of my first comedy friends.
Is that right?
That's how it was. Met the first night was when
You did Pasusu.
I was on my tour of defeating minorities.
Yes.
Oh.
On Pasusu, which was first it was a black dude,
Mm.
then it was a disabled female,
Mhm.
But then I got stopped by the eventual winner. So
So that was the first night you two met?
Yeah.
So that was the same. Actually, was that the first time we met too, or no?
No.
When did we meet?
Because we had met. Because
you've been in here
I
several
had just
times.
had my heart attack. I was doing Pasusu because I had stopped. I'd canceled every show.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, oh well, wait, that's in a.
Yeah, I knew you before the heart
Wait
attack.
a second.
Yeah.
Waiting?
No,
Oh.
I'm reading what Don put.
Oh, Gallagher died?
Really? Oh, wow. What happened?
Watermelon guy?
What happened to him?
I hate to say what the service is going to be. Because you go, you ever wonder what happens when a man is hit with a mallet?
Wow. Too soon, man.
Brains flying into the audience.
No, I saw
So-
him. He was so sad and angry.
I was just about to say, I've heard that about him. He was not a nice man. Him and his brother had a huge falling
Well, the
out.
brother was got permission at first to do Gallagher 2.
Right.
And it's funny because he played the Enlisted Club out in North Dakota when I was at Minot when I was there.
Yeah.
But I didn't go to see the show because I was like, I'm not spending $20 on that.
Aw.
And then he killed himself. The brother killed himself, right?
Well, yeah, if I'm not, because they had, so he gave his brother the license to do it. And then didn't Gallagher, Don, correct me if I'm getting this wrong, I think Gallagher was doing West Coast shows while the brother was on the East Coast. That's how they kind of split it up. And then Gallagher took it away from his brother.
Yeah.
And I think without warning. And so they ended up suing each other, and they had a bad falling out. And then the brother ended up committing suicide.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Well, apparently Gallagher just died in hospice from he was in there for multiple heart attacks.
Oh, no kidding.
That's at least what the Google just said.
And he was
76.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, because you figure, right, that was what, the 70s he kind of blew up, right?
Like, yeah, Gallagher 1 sued Gallagher 2. But see, I imagine actually meeting him would have been great. But I will say, like, being in the audience, he had become very dark. This was probably my wife and I were dating, and we were living in Middle Island, so probably about 2006.
Mm-hmm.
And he was really just angry, and it was like, dude, calm the fuck down. But his fans are insane.
Oh yeah,
that like them all showing up with like rain gear and fucking tarps and everything. And like, my wife and I are like, we got these tickets for free from somebody.
Yeah. Well, that's like Blue Man Group. I went to see Blue Man Group, and I had I'm going
to cut you off right here, okay. Andrew Fremder. Blue balls, we get it. Keep going. Keep going.
It was.
I don't want any kind of interruption. Go.
It was brand new. The show hadn't even been out a year yet, and I went to go see it, and we had front row seats. And we had front row seats, and they actually handed out like clear tarps and stuff. We're like, what in the world is going on? We were sitting there holding it. And then eventually we learned. I mean, those guys, they're like Gallagher. They were throwing all sorts of crazy stuff into the audience. But then at one point in the show, I don't know if they still do this or not. You don't even see it. They have like these little areas where they dispense like miles and miles of toilet paper into the crowd. And what everybody does is when it comes down, they all start pushing it forward.
Yeah.
So we're in the front. So we got like it was so much toilet paper to the point it was weighing on us. So we're like this, and then there's so much toilet paper that I couldn't even, like, it all just lands on top of you. I couldn't even see anybody the people next to me. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
Fucking PTSD.
So this was obviously pre-COVID.
Oh, yeah, this was, I don't know, 25, 30 years ago.
You should have bagged all that up.
Yeah, exactly. You
would
have made a fortune.
I remember there was some lady in the front row that she started screaming because she was getting scared. Like, it was crazy. It was nuts.
Mauled by Charmin.
The Blue Man terror experience. I fucking love that.
Wait, was it 2-ply at least? Because that really would have made it heavier.
Yeah, it would have been better if it's just single ply.
I know.
They dispense toilet paper because people are probably thinking, I can't believe I pay for this shit. Oh, Laura Patton has commented.
Hey, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
And it's being held back. Let's see what it says. Gallagher was angry because he was molested by Chuck Barris.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Oh, is that true?
Rumor.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know if it's true. I just know it is a rumor.
But that is a story that's been going around. I thought she was making a joke. Mentioned in the Mean Gene, the Dancing Machine unauthorized biography.
Right.
Wow.
I've
never heard that.
What do you call it? Laura, I've been pumping your tires. Everybody I meet, I say, meet Laura Patton. It's a great experience. I love her energy.
Oh, Laura is fantastic.
She's one of my new favorite people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a member of Club Fupa. It's great.
What is Club Fupa?
Oh, it is just the silliest thing. Some of us all joined a Facebook group together, the girls, and we call it Club Fupa. Mostly because of Carla being in it, but you know.
Thanks, Laura.
Oh, she says she pumps you back.
Appreciate the pump.
Nice.
Back.
Should we give you guys a minute? Wow.
Should you go meet her out in Ronkonkoma or Rochester or wherever that train station was?
It's very rare that you really get to meet people that you'd like truly just have an instant affection for.
You and Laura hit it off.
Yeah, Laura, Emily is another one that I immediately just
back off, man. She's spoken for.
I'm married. I'm good. Like my wife is another one of those people. Immediately, as soon as I met, it just hit it off with.
Wait, I notice I'm not on that list.
Billy. Well, we were in here under some weird circumstances,
but
and you were making some
no.
challenging comments to me about because we were.
Oh, because I was there supporting Dana.
Right.
Yeah, I was her service human.
So I was like, okay, I don't know if I don't know you well enough to know if you're being serious or whatever. So I'm not gonna. But I greet you. I say hello. You are become one of my people that I enjoy seeing. And when I see, I'm immediately like,
that's a good answer.
This is going to be a good
honest
night.
but good answer.
I'll accept it.
Absolutely. Very nice. Laura Patton's on fire. She
keeps getting banned by Twitch.
Yes, she said the Facebook page is also called Team Gunt. That's how. Yeah.
I can't believe that's a. I can't believe that's a word that would be held up.
Yeah, I know. I guess they knew what she meant. From the Ronkonkoma. They didn't hold that one back.
No.
Because
that's because they're just so tired of Brenda's fucking comments.
They can't even be bothered going over these things ahead of time.
This fucking guy again.
Why don't I have language right now, Andy? I think you have an effect on me.
I have an effect on everyone.
I'm very tongue-tied. It's you.
I change the gravity in rooms I'm in.
All right, I'm going to switch gears a little bit.
Great.
Okay.
Switching gears. So yeah, we So you and I were talking yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Was it yesterday, did you say, was the 1-year anniversary of your death?
Oh, my post-mortem anniversary will be on Sunday.
Oh,
actually.
Sunday.
Post-mortem. So
Yes.
what precipitated a post-mortem?
I went into septic shock.
Yikes.
Yes, and it wasn't until well after I gotten out of the hospital and I was looking through all my records that I'm like, oh shit, I died.
Right.
Oh, so you didn't even know it?
Not at the time. I didn't. I had like a white light experience and everything, but and I was just, but I was also conscious, so I didn't like fully die. But I was. They came in, and I hear the whole nursing staff come in. I was already in the hospital because I thought I had COVID. So I was already in the hospital when I COVID, and then I coded, and all these people come running in. The team of. All the doctors, the nurses, the PAs, the people who couldn't give me a Tylenol when I desperately needed one in the middle of the night because it's one nurse to like 20 patients, which is ridiculous now. But no, this whole team of people came in and I'm like, what are they doing? Because my roommate was screaming for like Dilaudid at the time. I'm like, oh, wow, she must be a regular. And then I realized they're paying attention to me and they're hooking all the things up to me. And I'm just like, oh shit, this is bad. Wheeled me down to the intensive care unit where I got to spend 2.5 days, 18 hours of which I was underneath the cold blanket, which is the opposite of a heating blanket.
I would assume so.
But in order to regulate your temperature, they have to shove a thermometer up your ass.
Dude, I normally have to pay extra for that.
I'm telling you, man, you just got to die. And you get all that shit for free. It's great. Wow. And I tried to refuse that. And they're like, it's either that or we have to put the central down your neck. Yeah. And it was like, I had just tubes and everything. Oh, God, it was awful. And the whole time I'm going, this is unfortunate.
This sounds like a hentai porn. Being fucked by all of these tubes.
I swear to no, because they had like the things up my nose that were like poking my brain.
Have you watched hentai tentacle porn?
Not since 1993.
Oh, okay. I was really hard to get back then. I know. I
was special.
What's the white light? What'd you call it? The white light.
I had the
experience.
I just remember being in so much pain at one point right before I coded, and I'm going like, but I didn't know why. Everything hurt. Everything. My hair hurt. My skin hurt. The roof of my mouth. Like my nails hurt. Everything hurt so bad. And I'm waiting for them to come in and give me my Tylenol. I think it was actually a Xanax that they were going to give me. And I'm just waiting for it. Like, you're watching the clock to see when you're going to get your meds. Like, just literally dying for it. And it just really hurt. And I just remember saying in my head, I'm like, God. And all of a sudden, I'm on like this very nice rocky beach, and the voice behind me, I didn't see what it was, but the voice behind me said, you're gonna be okay. And for whatever reason, it just finished calming me down enough to get me until that whole team of people came in and, took care of me. So from that point on, as miserable and as difficult of an experience as it was I was there for 8 days.
Right.
Only in the critical care unit for 2.5 of them, but I was in the hospital for 8 days. And when they moved me to like the regular unit, there was a guy across the hall from me who just kept screaming in terror. Like, cause he must have had dementia or something like that, and would wake up and oh man.
I knew you looked familiar.
God damn, it was you, Andy. All right. No, the guy across the hall from me had dementia and just kept screaming in terror every time he woke up because he would wake up in the hospital constantly. It got to the point that like, even though I had like 1,000 things attached to my body, I said to the nurse, I'm like, just let me go over there. I'm going to drag all my equipment. Just let me go over there. I'm going to make him stop screaming I couldn't take it after a few days. Yeah. But of course I go to stand up and I shatter my ankle as soon as I stand up. Yikes. So that was God really, being like, no, you're going to stay there. I kept setting off the bed alarm. It was super fun. But total nod to Emily, who was there with me every single day. So I left the other people who loved me to finish getting my kids to and from where they had to do. Emily was there with me.
Right.
But yeah, so Sunday will be 1 year since I died.
So 1 year. So this was like, so and it was COVID.
No,
It wasn't COVID.
I had cellulitis. Apparently, they had to. Well, it took them 13 hours to get a COVID testing machine to just read the stuff. So for 13 hours, I'm laying in the ER, going like, "Do I have COVID? Just somebody tell me if I have
Right.
COVID. I need to tell other people if I have COVID." Didn't COVID negative, but yeah, ended up being cellulitis.
And it's sad that like so many of the resources were being taken up by people who had COVID. That's what the main problem is what I'm hearing here.
I don't know how to.
Well, because they can't get to you. You know what I'm saying?
No. It was just from the. My best friend is a nurse. My best friend is a charge nurse on a hospice unit. COVID hit, and she. You know how we all have that event that just shatters us, shatters our safety of reality.
Yeah.
A lot of these medical people are destroyed because of
because of what they had to see.
COVID.
Absolutely.
It was horrible, and she had just had a baby, and she couldn't go anywhere near her baby for a while. This was
I've heard a couple of stories like this, but yeah.
This was just for me, the COVID, I had already got like my major tragedy in life was getting sober and getting divorced and, coming to terms with mental illness and all that other stuff. So COVID came around. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to give you the tour of hell. The bathrooms are on floors 1 and 2. Just keep going. You'll be fine. But no, I'm watching these people that I know and that I love just fall apart in front of my eyes.
Yeah. Like if you're from a medical family or are friends with a lot of people in the medical, it was not a good time mental health wise. Like I know my brother and my sister-in-law are both still dealing with a lot of shit.
I think at this point now, anybody with, as Carol just said, COVID burnout, I think it should officially be classified as PTSD.
No,
it's been over 2 years. It's PTSD.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's, I mean, and it should be treated as such. I was diagnosed with PTSD because of Sandy. So I recognize this. I see. Oh God, I just felt so bad for her.
No, once you're in the Matrix, you can see it.
Oh God, and it's awful.
Right.
And it's awful.
Right.
But that's okay because it gives me a very excellent, albeit warped, but excellent sense of humanity and how not special I really am.
Well, that's how I've been. There's a joke I've been kind of workshopping at Mike's where I say, I think people who are conspiracy theorists weren't told that they were worthless pieces of shit when they were children enough, and it shows. Because nobody cares about you. Nobody cares. Nobody wants your fucking blood. Nobody wants your fucking... they want your money, for sure.
True.
But, like, all this other shit, like eating babies and stuff like that, like, get the fuck out of here.
The other white meat.
Yeah, it's such an intellectually lazy... position to be in.
Well, now everybody has a platform. Like we at least have to have some balls to be here with microphones on a camera,
being recorded.
What we say.
Yeah.
Exactly. But oh no, you could say whatever you want behind the safety of a keyboard. That's why like there's a high suicide rate in young adolescents because we're not meant to deal with this stuff.
Our culture, our biology has not caught up with the technology.
No,
how I always put it.
But hopefully that's what Generation Alpha will bridge the gap with.
I agree. That's why I don't. We limit to a degree screen time, but by no means it is a part of what we do, and we talk about it constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Like, hey, like this, you know, you're gonna run into some shit. You know, you can always talk to me about whatever, because I'm always on your side. And I've proven it to them time and time again that I don't give a shit about rules and institutions or anything. You're the only important one, and I think that's like kind of the first step of like bridging Generation Alpha into the world that we've created for them.
Well, do you remember a few years ago there was that Momo thing?
Oh yeah. We had a whole conversation about that.
But that's what catapulted me into having the conversation with my kids about social media. It was some scary image that was put up and underneath like a Peppa Pig YouTube where that was like, go kill your parents.
It was a piece of art.
Right.
That was the picture was only taken very close of the head, the face. If you were to see the whole piece of art, it's a Japanese artist.
It's ridiculous looking.
It's a rooster or a chicken body. And then it had this terrifying face.
Right.
But
the artist destroyed it.
Yeah.
Because of that, because of what happened with Momo, because children were not sleeping at night, terrified that if they did not kill their parents, as per Peppa Pig, and this was like a dubbed over YouTube, not like the like the Nick Jr. show, right? I'm just.
Did
just
you know
making
about
sure.
the Momo
No, I
thing?
haven't. I'm taking all in. I've never heard this.
I'm on you and me know because we had children of that age,
Right.
At
We
that
have
time.
alphas. That's why. But no, that was the first introduction to social media for my kids. And then I'm like, I'm going to get no social media until you're older, nothing, no tablets, no nothing. And then the pandemic hit, and it was the only way that they could be in touch with their friends.
Right.
Roblox became such a huge platform for that.
Right.
So we had to let them do it. I'm saying we like I had a second parent.
No, we as we all of us, we parents.
No,
we are
collectively
legion.
we had to. We all came to a discussion, and I don't know about what was going on in your house, but in my house in the beginning, I was calling the other parents and being like, "Okay, the kids are talking to each other right now."
No,
like,
I believe in only controlling things from my end. Because other people have other ideas, and usually they're not smart. So I got to call it as it.
Absolutely.
I also believe in teaching, and this is my parenting style, and like what I believe in teaching them the resilience and self-reliance that is not taught through social interaction anymore,
Okay.
like playground.
Right.
Like what we grew up with as the playground.
Yeah.
Like since that, the immediate feedback, physical sometimes feedback you would get from people.
playground justice.
Right.
Absolutely.
That doesn't exist anymore. So it's about like those strategies and those that mindset needs to be taught in a different way. And so I am very much on the, hey, this is home base. This is safe place. Like I tell them all the time. I've told you with the cursing thing.
Yep.
And like, hey, I can't help you at school.
Mm-hmm.
You do this shit at school.
Right.
If you're dumb enough to say these words at school, I can't help you.
I've said to my kids numerous times, you act like this in front of people, I'm going to let the other kids kick your ass.
Oh, I've said that to my son.
Sure.
I've said that when he was younger. Yeah.
See, we often say, and it is like it ends up being like a humble brag, and that's one of the reasons why I don't talk about all the positive stuff with my kids. But my kids will ask me to do anything. They go, hey, like I was in the bathroom. I'm like, what's up? It was Charlotte, and she goes, "Hey, Dad, can I watch TV?"
Yeah.
Yeah. You're home from school. You're off tomorrow. Go watch some TV. But they ask for everything, and it comes from an early philosophy. And I think to be a parent is to be prepared for like things that are coming up.
Right.
And very much so. Like if a kid keeps asking you questions to do things, and you keep saying no, eventually they're not going to fucking ask you anymore, because that's what I did. And fuck you, I'm just going to take what I want.
I do have some hard and fast rules for my girls, though. Like nothing with internet connection is allowed in their bedroom. That's it. They don't even have a TV in their room. Nothing.
See, now we let the devices go in. No TVs.
I'm too nervous for that.
Right.
But then again, I'm also only one parent in my household.
Right.
There's two of you.
Yes.
There's two of them. The odds are against me in this case. Right. So you will see my daughters like using their tablets, but sitting like in their room, but like with one foot out in the hallway.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
This is
That's
like
fantastic.
Prison.
I'll let them get away with it. No, we only have the one TV in the living room.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Swing low.
Nobody knows my sorrow.
When you meet my kids, and I'm going to say a when, because I have a feeling we're going to be
Oh, yeah,
such
yeah.
good
No,
friends.
no,
us
no,
and the
absolutely.
kids. We're all going to be friends. Ask my daughters why they're so well behaved. Their instant reaction is many beatings.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of the improv genius.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that I witnessed on Monday.
Yes,
They seem like good kids.
Like beating people?
My kids are. Sometimes I forget that they're tweens, because every once in a while there's just Katie Kaboom. Like I can't even. Oh.
Nice reference.
I've been calling her Katie Kaboom for a while. I had to start showing.
Animaniacs.
Katie,
it was one of the.
She was one of the
Kaboom.
skits.
She was a teenager.
She was a teenager, and she would be going along having like a good time, and everything's great and wonderful or whatever,
And then some little fucking detail.
and then the father would be like, "Oh, honey, we're gonna have dinner now.
We were supposed to have dinner an hour.
And she turns into like a monster,
Like a
and she
giant
explodes. And,
Godzilla.
But that's my daughter.
Wow.
That's my older kid. That is absolutely her. So I will just be like, "You're being Katie Kaboom. I don't care."
No, wow, the feeding it in even more.
Just
Right.
no. This was the best one time. Mom, she was in such a good mood. Mom, I really love you. Oh, I love you too. Why did you say it like that?
Oh my god.
Where did she get this from?
I don't know.
Hormones.
Hormones. Yeah, Emily is so screwed. She joins up with a household of 3 females, basically. Me stampeding
Trying to work
towards
on that
menopause.
osmosis, save some money on some meds.
Oh my God, she's and I got 2 daughters who are going right into puberty.
Wow.
That poor woman, what she's got to put up with us.
Everybody's gold though, in that situation. So I think you'd be all right.
It's good though. I find, and I love my kids. I really, they're
No, I
awesome
feel
little
you.
human beings, and I can tell by the way that you present your kids on social media too, that it is
Genuine infection.
Exactly.
Yesterday, 'cause this is a great story. Daphne, so we had a trouble with somebody at their school, a social worker, and when we went to go vote, their gym teacher was behind us, and as we're standing there, he goes, "Hey, Judy," and I think to myself, "There's got to only be one fucking Judy in this school." So I quick turned around to look because of COVID and everything. I don't know what this lady looks like, and so I look, and she looks at me nervously. It's her, the person, and so I'm like, "Oh," and I turn to Charlotte and I go, "C'est la femme," and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "C'est la femme." She's like, "I don't remember what that means." I'm like, "Is that the woman?"
At that point, that's when you grab her. Is this her?
Right. But luckily, Charlotte is together enough to go, "Oh, yeah, that is." So now we're talking about that last night, right? Because that was election day. Last night we're talking about it, and when I get to the part where I'm like, "Because there's probably only one Judy in this building," she goes, "I think there's 2." And I'm like, "All right, maybe there's 2, but I'm playing the law of fucking averages here, kid." Like I'm and the way she looked at me, and she goes, "Sometimes, you could see somebody and think that name, and then you see somebody else, and you like, oh, who are you?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm that person that you met," and it's happened before to me.
So she's middle-aged.
Well, yeah, where she's confused to the same person as being 2 different people, and she's like, "It's happened to me before." Like, okay, all right.
I don't know. I have a hard time whenever if anyone like a random number texts me and they're like, "Hey, it's Jessica." I'm like, not a damn clue which one you are. I only have 47 of them.
Yeah,
Right.
And if you're using a different number, I have no idea.
Yeah, if your number doesn't come through, if I don't have your name in my head,
Yep.
like, sorry, I'm not gonna fucking.
I wait for the voicemail.
We
Yep.
don't fucks with you.
That's right.
All right, that's our no.
On
that
wonderful
note,
our children are.
yeah,
Your
no,
kids
it's
do seem wonderful though.
I like I said, I have a genuine affection for them. I recognize that there's blinders to a certain extent as well, but they
are good kids.
What I like is also
because they've been in here a few times where they're on their devices. They don't. Jackie the Joke Man.
Sure.
He's in here and he's like, he goes, Daphne's sitting there, Charlotte's sitting there, and he stands up. He's on his way out, and he goes, "Girls," because they got their thing, and they both look up. He goes, "You gonna miss me?" And Daphne just goes,
we have to get our girls together.
So awesome.
They're gonna have so much fun. We have to get our girls together. But I like the way that you present your children also on social media. You're not. I mean, I know everyone thinks that their daughter is beautiful and whatever else, but I don't want to see your 12-year-old in a bikini.
Yeah,
going
I don't like that stuff.
Like, why do people do that? That's
Yeah,
no. And then you wonder why there's going to be no.
Right.
I do not let my children do that. I mean, but when they're 16 and they have their own accounts and they do whatever with it, it is what it is.
Well, we have some like I have some rules that are sort of arbitrary, but like they are thought out. Like I tell them they're not allowed to dye their hair until they're 15.
Okay.
It's an arbitrary number. I picked out of fucking left field. But here's the reasoning: is you are a representation of me until a certain point, and my job is to help you cultivate your presence and how you present yourself to the world. And until I feel like you have the ability to do that for yourself, I'm gonna kind of keep it like you can't do certain things. And like hair color is such a, I mean, that's one of the few things, because I mean we're all at this level, right? And so if you see pink hair, you're like, you know, you'll look over there. Like, don't.
What
make
about a
yourself
colored
fucking
mustache?
Target. You got to be 46 and 51 weeks
I don't know. My daughter has
to color
bright
your
red.
mustache.
The curtains of her hair are bright red.
And see, I don't judge other people for that. This is my kind
This
of my
friendship
thing.
is over.
is there's no judgment towards other people. This is how I'm choosing for my kids to understand that the world, you don't get that the world is judging you at every fucking moment. You cannot control that. And you need to truly learn and understand that before you can start presenting who you are. Because you're going to show up, you have fucking pink hair and you're 10 years old and somebody calls you a whore.
That's a huge leap.
It's not that much of a leap, especially like among the geek culture and whatnot. To be like, oh, you're like, why would you have your hair like that? And people are like, why'd you dye your hair? You know, do you remember when you were a kid and people would be like, why are you wearing those jeans? Why do you have those jeans on?
But it's a little bit different for our kids now, especially since I mean, granted, we had Gem and the Holograms with the pink hair, but they have the anime and all that other stuff.
Yes, and both my girls are huge anime fans, but they need to fully understand who they are before they can start turning that out to the world, is my
Dad.
philosophy.
You're such a dad.
But my wife has veto power. We
Good.
talked about this before we had kids, was if it was a boy, I would have veto power for all boy-specific
Okay.
kind of things, and she would have veto power for female-specific things. I don't pretend to know what it's like to be a 10-year-old girl.
You don't pretend?
I've heard you
Sometimes
tried.
I pretend.
Yeah.
Okay.
And usually I do have to pay extra for that too. But it's just something I believe in terms of confidence and sort of finding your place in the world. That I think, and once you're 15, you could change your fucking hair color every day. I could have made it 14, but like my wife agrees. But we've also done the Kool-Aid on the tips in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thing.
Okay, so you're not that.
No.
You're
That's
not
what
like
I'm saying.
an
I'm not
Amish.
strict.
All right.
I'm not strict about it. But and that's why I present it as a very arbitrary kind of thing, because I just want you to understand that there are things in this world that you have to wait for.
Mm-hmm.
And there's reasons outside your current understanding of why you need to wait for them.
Okay.
That's it. And after that, and like if my wife were to be like, they're 13 and they're like, I really want to dye my hair. And my wife's like, hey, she really wants to dye her hair. I'd be like, go ahead. I don't
Right.
fucking care.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not a dick. There's no strap. There's no, I've never,
I'm not a
literally
dick.
never.
There's no strap.
Yeah, well, that's the way I was brought up. Is
Being pegged?
No, the strap.
Oh, that strap.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, I would have loved fucking being pegged. Like from jump. That would have been all right.
From jump.
By my mom, that would be fantastic.
Wow.
Gape me. I'm tying in a little callback to
the Nirvana.
Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now that I've made that completely toxic as a subject, what else you got?
You got me with the
fuck.
Oh,
your mom gaping you. That's gonna be with me for a while.
Your mom gapes you.
Yeah.
Did you see the Weird Al movie yet?
No.
Not yet.
What was that reaction about?
Because I feel bad. I love Weird Al.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Weird Al is one of my favorites. That's why your friend.
I know.
Today
I
was
thought
like,
he did. I thought he liked Weird Al too.
I don't know Weird Al. I'm like,
and I wanted to say, what the hell's the matter with you? He couldn't name. What did he name? One Weird Al song, and that was like his limit.
That's
What
not
was
a
it?
parody.
the theme from Johnny Danger.
No. Just any
Oh, any
Weird
parody.
Al.
This is
any
the
Weird
one.
Al. He only named one.
I'm talking about original song.
Right.
This is the life
from Johnny yeah.
Danger's life.
Oh, that was
I
great.
eat filet mignon 7 times a week. This is the life.
We saw him at the Paramount not too long ago.
Very cool.
And
Jealous.
We took my kids to see it, and I'm preparing my kids for the show by playing all the parodies for them. Yeah, we did. You know, we'll never forget about Larry or Albuquerque or any of those other great hits, but I'm preparing them for the show, and he didn't play one parody. It was all the originals.
I heard he does that sometimes.
But
yeah.
that, you know what? It was still, I loved it. I recognized the songs. I thought it was great. After like 2 hours, though, the kids were like, "Ma, can we go home?"
Well, wait a minute. Carol Miner says the movie is so bad.
That's
really,
weird because
Carol?
they've already hired Daniel Radcliffe for a different movie.
Holy crap!
Forget which one.
Oh,
Based off of this.
That's what we didn't talk about. I said we talk about Carol Miner. I don't think
Yeah,
she
we
was
are.
watching last week when we ate her box.
That was your box was fantastic, Carol.
Wait, is that the part of the box that I had, or was this just exclusive to you and Andy?
This was just exclusive to us.
Because I had the chocolate.
Oh, that's
so
right.
you-
I totally forgot I
okay.
gave you a piece. That's it. So yes,
You got a piece of her box?
You got
I
a
got a
piece
piece
of
of
Carol's
Nice.
box too. That's
Very
right.
cool.
I forgot about it. Thank you for the
Don't
reminder.
tell Emily.
Yeah. I think Emily should get a piece of Carol's
Yeah,
box.
Carol,
too.
I've been enjoying your pieces of your box on the show. Jeff Skelsey had some the other day. Andy and I
Well,
were
I was
eating
here
some
when they
last week.
came. Well, you had
Yes.
just gotten it and
Yes.
broke it open.
That's right. I didn't even open. I saved it for you. That's right.
I thought you saved it for us.
No. I saved you a piece after.
The box.
But the original opening of the
Getting into the box.
unboxing was
Right.
me and Andy.
Getting
The
in that
blind
bo-
bag of
Yes.
that is the excitement.
That box
for
had
adults.
never been violated like that yet.
We popped the cherry of that box.
Well,
All right, that's gross.
Carol, you got to call me,
I don't
girl.
like
We got to
cherry
figure this out.
chocolate. I don't like cherry in my chocolate.
And I will tell you now, Carol, it is now all gone. I finished the last of it.
We
I think 2
obliterated
days
your
ago.
box. There's nothing left there.
Thank you for sending, and it was delicious, right? Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. Jeff, you were here with Jeff. We did the Reese's
did the
peanut butter cup,
comparison. Yeah.
and I blew that comparison because I'm
you
so.
did.
But the Reese's peanut butter cups to me they taste like
I
chalk.
love Reese's peanut.
Even it looks like chalk in there sometimes. But the ones that I brought in that day, they weren't. They were like, oh, these are pretty good.
That's because I think maybe in other times you might have gotten bad batches and whatnot. Because that happens.
Right.
A lot of the Halloween candy, when it's
Right.
around too long, you get to it and you're like,
Yep.
all right, this isn't my favorite. But
No, but
So-
that other the Bucky's chocolate was really good.
Yeah,
that was really good.
that beaver box.
Bucky's Beaver from Carol's box.
Hell yeah.
The cherry was popped a long time ago, she says.
So is there a Carol Major?
Carol,
Now, okay. How about Carol Middle Management? I would go in that direction. It's a little less traditional.
well, whatever the top level is, that's where Carol Miner is. She is the best. Oh, she saw those other shows on replay. Cool.
Nice.
She is the best. She's been in here. She's sent, her chocolate box over several times.
Thank you for offering up your box for our enjoyment.
She is fantastic. And her husband, speaking of COVID, her husband, he builds and maintains the
Ventilators.
ventilator.
You're
a little
welcome.
brain
That's
fart
why I'm
there,
here.
yeah. You're the man.
Yeah.
So he's a hero too, and
You're
he's
the man.
and he went through
Peg.
quite a bit of his own experiences. I'm trying to get this out. You guys talk about pegging.
Just don't mention Mom's gaping, people. He's fine until you get to that point.
She says Andy was too scared when she was on the show.
No, what was that? Why did? Was
Oh,
it
that's
the
right. You were
zoo?
supposed to be here.
Was it the zoo? Where I got browbeat.
I don't
Good thing
think
my wife's
so.
not watching this. Into going to the zoo.
No, I don't think it was the zoo.
Did I have COVID? Was it over the summer when I had COVID?
It might have. I'm thinking it
might
might
have
have been
been
it. Yeah. It might have been.
Yeah. No, COVID was afraid of what would have happened for you. That's why it took me out. COVID's like, Andy, you can't go in there.
I haven't had the
She's
pleasure.
not ready.
I haven't had COVID.
That you know of.
Well, true that I know of.
That
You're
I
right.
know of. Because that's, there's so much stuff with that. But anyway,
Anyway,
moving right along.
right along.
Really,
The Muppet
Carol?
song.
She said she was here back in April. Really, it's that long ago? Carol, you were here 6 months ago. Time freaking flies,
7.
man. 7, you're right.
Maybe it had something to do with one of my kids then.
Son of a bitch. I can't believe it's been that long.
I
Are you guys, like, especially once you have, that's when I noticed how fast it all goes. Like, once you have kids.
Yeah.
Just how fast everything goes.
I don't know. Since 26, I'm just waiting to die, to be honest.
I hated the summer. I hate the summer because I need my routine, and the summer where
This
it
is
was
why I
just
hate
a
vacations.
free-for-all. Oh my God! Depends upon what kind of vacation I'm on. But like the school year, I get up at 5. That's it. We have our routine, and I'm in bed by 7:30 every night.
7:30.
7:30.
Holy crapola!
I know. But my kids are old enough to like feed themselves, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's, you know what? It's all the little things, those little milestones along the way. I'll tell you that the milestone that I most, and I still fucking love, is that they can dress themselves. Like, just, because that was just like that extra time.
Well, you have girls. Did you have to do the wiping of the ass?
Yeah.
No, like the post diaper wiping of the ass.
Yeah. For a little more Daphne than Charlotte. Charlotte is like a cat and like is jumping straight to self-sufficiency.
Okay.
Whereas Daphne is a lot more like, Mom, can you wipe my butt? That it doesn't happen often, but every now and then it does.
My favorite transition was baths to showers. That was my favorite one.
And where they can shower and wash their hair themselves, even though we're still dealing with the washing their own hair thing.
No, that's when you let the playground justice happen the next day. If they didn't rinse it out properly, let the other kids make fun of
My
them.
wife's not going to let that happen.
Oh, but that's where you draw the limit. Okay.
Well, that's a female. It's a female because I'm not allowed to be in. They don't want me in there, and I respect.
Good.
And I always knock, and it's like.
Well, you're
I
too
want
busy
them,
with your mom.
I also well, you should see me have to try to walk around after my mom fucking pegs my ass. It's hard to walk. I'm just saying. You can imagine.
I'd rather not.
Like, you've never accidentally sat on your leg, the prosthetic, or anything like that.
No.
It's kind of like that. I've done it when you've left it around sometimes.
Well, you didn't ask me if I purposely did it.
Yeah.
That's a whole other thing.
But yeah. But no, that's and even we had a discussion where my wife was like, "Yeah, you haven't been in showers for like a couple of years now."
We can tell.
They yeah.
Not as bad as the guy from the other day.
Oh, was he bad too?
Oh God, it was awful.
Fuck.
Oh my God.
I'm never gonna let that go. I'm just never gonna let that one go.
Now, was it just like basic BO, or was it like homeless person level?
No, it was.
Like
it was.
baked in?
It was. You could tell he had a heavy night the night before.
Heavy night. His flow was heavy.
Yeah. He dropped the mic. No.
He said in the middle of the show, "I didn't shower this morning."
Oh, really?
And then he said he left his sweatshirt on because he felt his shirt was too tight, and you could all see my tits.
But the best part is I'm watching the replay of it. You just see mine and his chairs getting further and further apart as the interview goes on. So he's just getting closer to you.
Some people just have days.
I agree. No, I agree. Look, I have certainly been that giant hungover mess trying to drag my ass to work the next day. Absolutely.
There was a long time where that was, I'm sure you can relate also, where that was. I am still amazed sometimes where I'm like, I don't have to do any more of my recovery routine. The next day routine? How weird is that?
How recovered are you?
Well, I never, I wouldn't consider myself, though I say tendencies for sure, but I spent 10 years bartending. Oh. That was my job. Okay. And if I wasn't working, I was out at supporting somebody else.
Of course.
And so, like, it's just crazy to me to now to understand what was my morning routine to get back to human. I can imagine you have crazy stories.
No, most of them just involve the bathroom floor. And,
right.
It was...
Well, Billy Guy and I were talking about it because he's kind of gone through his moments as well where it's like, wow, I kind of miss the Gatorade. Because I don't nearly drink as much Gatorade as I used to. I don't eat nearly as much bacon as I used to. Because I had a whole thing.
The BEC totally cured the hangover.
Well, to get grease inside of you.
But that's what you
hydration, grease, Those are the two most important things. And once your everything starts moving, you can be all right.
Light weights.
How long has it been for you? I know you told me, and I apologize.
My last drink was April 22nd, 2017.
Very nice.
Nice.
5
Congratulations.
years. Good for you.
That's great.
Thank you.
Yep.
I have the little thingy on. I know. People ask me what it is. I'm like, it's a Hufflepuff, but no, it's the triangle in the circle.
What does that mean?
The 3 unity, fellowship, and I can't think of the third one right now, and then the continuous ring of it. So it's a 12-step thing.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Stylish. I like that.
You know what? It's like walking around with like I saw someone with like the semicolon tattoo, and I'm like, I know, good for you.
Right.
You know, it's just a tag.
See, I'm amazingly and intimately familiar with like all of this because when I lived at the group home I lived at was Hope House in Port Jefferson, run by Father Frank.
Of course.
Anybody who's in any kind of but
anybody
anybody who's in any kind of recovery knows.
Yeah, of course.
Because they had the space across the street.
Yep. The Phoenix.
From the house. That was that AANA, CODA, SA, like all of them would rent out to have their meetings.
Yep.
And when we were grounded, we were not allowed to leave the property, but that was part of the property. So if you were down in the TV room, because this is the mid 90s, there's one TV in the fucking house, and if you get vetoed, they're watching the Knick game. Screw it, let's go listen to some attic stories.
Oh.
So we would go over there, but it taught me a lot of empathy.
Good.
Because the worst, what I hated, and I talked to this about anybody who's done any kind of recovery, what I always hated, and it used to happen at NA meetings more than AA meetings, where you would have like somebody be like, I realized that my bottom was when I couldn't go to the mailbox and get my mail out anymore. I just couldn't bring myself to do that. You're just like your heart is broken for this person. Like to imagine to be like that. Then you go out during the break to drink a coffee, have a cigarette, and there's some fucking 25-year-old kid who's like, that fucking pussy with their fucking that story. Fuck you. I was sucking dick for coke. Like, and you're like, dude, can you not empathize that this person, like, how much sadder is it that person couldn't do a normal thing? You were doing this abnormal thing, which is horrible that you're in that position. And I'm so sorry for you, but please don't shit on the person who couldn't even get themselves to do a normal fucking thing.
Right.
That's someone who relapses.
And
is that right? Yeah.
Pretty much.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's not a guarantee. I hope that they,
Sure.
they then came to terms with it and they found it. But if you're still running your own show and have not turned it over to a higher power, there's a very good chance you're likely to relapse on whatever your substance is.
Yeah, because you don't have that strong base. Like you haven't gotten to that rock bottom to build your base up. Like there's a whole. I really enjoy. I mean, CODA was the one that we would laugh our asses off.
Yeah, that's codependency.
You know what CODA is? Codependence Anonymous. Okay. Like I just remember at the end of the meeting, they would we all close our eyes and hold our hands in a big circle, and everybody would say something you learned today, and it's when they got to the less is more, and I fucking lost my shit. I was 18. I couldn't fucking take that kind of like awkward humor.
Yeah.
And I left. I was just I'm going to have a cigarette across the street. I can't fucking take this.
All good. Nope.
Because I have a tremendous respect.
I don't
from
think
my
that you don't seem to be a person with your head up your ass when it comes to recovery and or addiction or how it can really affect anybody. I was saying last week when I was on here, they didn't care that I was an alcoholic. I was in the same rehab groups as the meth addict tweaking who just slept under the bridge last night. They didn't care.
And it's like from a organizational, from 40,000 feet, you can say all of those same things that you're dealing with, emotions and whatnot, are the same. But when you get into the nitty gritty and you've got an alcoholic and then you have somebody who's like a meth head, like that's not a great situation.
The people who I want to have empathy for so badly, but I just can't, are the people with eating disorders.
Yeah.
I can get through life not drinking alcohol. People have to eat.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even imagine what level that is to have to deal with.
I mean, the level of control that you have to exercise over yourself every single
time, 3 times a day at least.
Because at least people, places, things, like,
right,
you could stay away from people. You could, but places and things, that's not really like. You're not able to do that with eating because eating is necessary to live.
Right. So anybody who has an eating disorder, anyone who is coming out of an eating disorder, anyone who is scared thinking that they might have an eating disorder, I can't encourage you enough. Get the help as quickly as possible.
Professional help. Professional help. And buy in. Buy in. The sooner you buy in to whatever the program is, because it's about just getting to a system, getting to something that's
retraining your brain.
That's going to work for you.
Minimizing the damage, because you're going to carry it with you no matter what forever. Anytime that you see, I still have many thoughts about, I'd love to have a drink, but then I obviously can't have that first one. But I can't imagine what it's like to have to sit there with every single meal and still be like, how much weight am I going to put on with this? Or I don't even know.
How about forget about being at a meal. You're stopping to get gas. Fucking convenience. Like, I mean, every gas station has a fucking.
Well, at least you can put the card right there in the pump. You don't have to leave the pump.
Understandable, but the thing is,
you're
still looking at the fucking.
No, I get it.
And I'm not shitting on. I'm just saying, well, you do like that. So and normally you have to pay extra for that, and that was a freebie. But
I'm so happy I'm getting all this for free.
Yeah.
This is incredible. I feel so special. I know.
Special.
I have like the golden handcuffs.
Golden handcuffs. All right.
I'm good. Really. I mean, there's a reason why I switched teams. We're good.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
We're good.
Oh, no, I'm going to hide my penis. It's the golden part.
You have the Midas crotch?
No, I'm like hung like a mosquito. It's just like, it seems like the stream appears out of nowhere.
Oh. Wow.
Sometimes it shocks me when I whip it out and whip it out. Whip out the stream, really, technically.
Flick it out.
Can we just block Emily from seeing any replays of this?
Emily,
that?
I think I might have talked to Emily about all of this.
No, but damn it, pal. That's it. Parking lot.
Right on. Yeah, no, that's where I have to go to leave. That makes sense. So, okay, parking lot.
Well, Governor's doesn't have a flag.
Highway, road. Are we naming places I have to be to get out of here?
So,
curious.
So, what are you? How are you preparing for November 18th?
I have. I keep going over and over the stuff that I have. I at least filtered all my notes down to a solid set.
How much time do you get?
4 to 6 minutes.
Okay.
So, which is a lot more leeway than the 5 minutes on the dot.
Yeah,
that
don't come up. Please don't come under. Please don't go over. Bring your people. Those are always the two things.
Will you come? Tony,
I am there. No, I'm judging.
On the 18th? Oh, you're my judge.
I'm one of the judges. Yeah. I'm sorry. What team was that you were playing for?
What was it you wanted to show me before?
Which team was this that we were?
We should have started with this.
I know, right?
No, I knew eventually it was going to come up, and I would break that out on you. I was going to ask if you know anybody else who's on the show. I haven't asked John yet.
I have Karen Margaret and I have Dennis Newman. Those are the only two that I know of because I'm friends with them and I've seen them put their posters up.
Right.
But that's it.
Right on. Yeah, no, it'll be real interesting. I do grade kind of hard. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm kind of harsh.
Should I bring your mom and the strap on? And
I mean, I might be sitting on her lap. Like that's the kind of fucking shit I'm into.
Nice. And Tony's leg, yeah.
Literally, or the shit is in me, packed in me. I don't know.
Anyway,
I get confused sometimes.
Who else is my judge?
I don't know that either. I was gonna. No, I guess it's not tonight because tonight we have I have a veteran show, all veterans out at the Bellport Brewery. If you can't,
nice.
Go to a governor's show.
Right.
If you can't,
right,
come hit us because it's small. It's a little brewery. It's down in Bellport.
New York Girl says, Mo, do not encourage him with the mom stuff.
Gina knows.
Crazy.
All right, it is time for us to head on out of there. Head on out of here. So you have that tonight. You have anything else this weekend?
Well, and then tomorrow I'm at the Color Palette.
Oh, very nice.
With
That's Butera show.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not on the flyer, but I will be there.
Nice.
So there's like 1,800 comics, and then he leaves you off of it.
18? No, there's not 18. It's actually, again, another kind of smallish one. I think it's the 8. I think there are 8 comics.
All right, but he couldn't put on the 9th? Or
no.
Put 7 out of 8 on the damn poster?
I was going to talk about this off air, but I love how, because he said it on air about that he uses Facebook Messenger.
Yes.
I sent him the screenshot of where he asked me to be on the fucking show, and I said yes.
Yep. Yeah. And I've seen that happen a million times too, where people are like,
so I love moments like this because it completely. He hasn't been saying it as much as during that period of time a few months ago.
Right. Yes.
Now I think he's come back down to earth because there've been enough of us who are like, have let all that shit go.
Right.
And we're like, bro.
Yeah.
Look, you just did it to me again.
New York Girl says you guys are great together. Really enjoying it. You're
welcome.
Very nice.
That's why we do it.
So now, yeah.
I just did it. I'm ready to
judge and contestant.
Hump
Hello.
death.
Now, do you have anything before the 18th or?
We're going to be doing another. Oh no, the 18th is next week.
Make sure you run your set at a mic. And if it depends on how much time the mic gives you,
right.
Just ask it, like, listen, I'm going for this, and ask them to light you. Is somebody going to be there to light you on the 18th? Because they do not have you. Nobody. John is not going to light you. Nobody's going to light you unless you're allowed to have somebody in the audience lightly.
Okay.
So please set that up.
I have a certain beautiful woman who will be in the audience.
I didn't know if she was booked or whatever, but like, you just make sure that you like. I tell everybody, just do the time, and make sure you have the amount of people. Don't give them a reason to not let you fucking move on.
No, that makes sense.
Like whatever happens that night performance-wise is what's going to happen. Don't let it be one of the stupid fucking things that you have control over.
Ooh. Well, now what's going to happen is I'm going to advance to round 2, and they're going to be like, it's because now you're Biff with Andy.
Well, think about it. Like, I just did the Suffolk. I judged 2 of the first round shows of Suffolk, and it's all people. I know everybody. I hate judging because it's knowing people and knowing that afterwards somebody's going to come up to me and be like, "What the fuck?" And I'm going to have to be brutal. Like, I'm not brutally honest. I'm me to people, and I will tell them what it is, and I'll tell it in the fucking best way I know how to soften the blow. But sometimes it's just not your night, and sometimes it's just somebody else's night. And sometimes those 2 things happen at the same time. And there's nothing nobody could do about that.
I'm doing this because I feel like I should be paying my dues. I really do. I'm a part of this. I should be.
It's not necessary.
Well, I'm like Laura. I followed her in the laugh off in round 1, so she just nailed it. There was I wasn't following that. I did great, but not as compared to going up after Laura. 2 of the people who on the laugh off first round that I was in ended up as final, like places 2 and 3, as you know. So I was just on a dynamic show. Somebody had to get cut. I understand completely that happens, but I am going to work on and give it my absolute best. And now I feel a couple of years worth of jokes I've gone through, and I've been able to like piece them together and stuff like that. So,
but make sure you practice your set. Like it's something that this year I've noticed that it doesn't seem like there's some of these guys just show up, and you're like,
yeah, I've seen that.
I haven't seen you since the last fucking contest. I haven't seen you at mics. I haven't seen you at fucking shows. Like, just make sure that you do your set so you could see where your pitfalls might be. This is me. This is how my brain operates with this sort of when I have like an important show or whatnot. Is I want to make sure that what I have works for me, that I'm comfortable with it, and I'm not gonna fucking fuck something up and be like, oh, you know what? I don't even like how that comes out. Like, now that I put the order, that's where I'm focusing right now is about order. That's not right. Putting that there, but make sure that that's part of the work I feel like that somebody has to do if you're going to be in a contest.
Absolutely, and that's excellent advice. Thank you, Andy.
And so, is there an improv on Monday or no?
No, not this week.
Okay, all right. So the 18th, tonight and tomorrow. There you go. And go to govs.com. Of course, great shows at Govs at all the clubs this weekend. Anthony Rodia, Terry McNeely, Jay, Lou Pratz. Brian Scalaro, Mark Riccadonna,
Chris Cassandra. So Mark was supposed to be here today, but I guess because he's not headlining.
Mark, I don't know what happened with Mark. He so we did the thing last Sunday. Yeah, that was fun. After we finished, he turned to me and says, "All right, so what time are we doing your show on Friday?" I go, "Well, the show's at 11." He goes, "Dude, I can't get here at 11." I said, "Mark, when I asked you to do the show, I told you it's at 11. You said yes." I said, "Honestly, I was shocked that you said yes because it's 11. He says, "Yeah, I'm driving in from Pennsylvania. I can't get here." I said, "But, you're the one who said yes." He says, "No, I can't do that." I'm like, "All right." He goes, "Let's do it Saturday morning." I go, "Mark, I don't do a show Saturday mornings." He goes, "But I'm going to be in." I goes, "I got the show Friday night. I'm there again Saturday." He says, "So I'm going to be in." He says, "So let's just do it." I go, and he's staying with Don for the weekend.
So we may as well just do a show with Don.
Yeah. So I said to him, I go, "Mark," he said something to the effect of I'll be in the neighborhood type thing.
Right.
So why don't we do it Saturday morning? I said, "You realize that Don lives an hour away from here?" I said, "So you're not really in the neighborhood."
Yeah.
Not
even the same fucking county.
Right. Yeah. So I go, "You really want to do it?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Let's do it Saturday morning." I go, I'd have to be leaving here at noon. I said, "So you're going to do the show Friday night." I said, "You're playing again Saturday night." I said, "But we'd have to be in here like 10 a.m. if you really want to do it." He goes, "I'm fine with that." I said, "All right, so if you really want to do it, we'll do it." His response then, he goes, "All right, we'll talk to Don." Like, what the hell does that even mean?
I got people.
So I talked to Don about it the other day, and I even said it to him, "Don, I don't know why he told me to talk to you about it." And he goes, "Yeah, I'm not doing that." I'm like, okay. I
that
said,
was
"Yeah."
a Don impression, I got to tell you.
Was it?
Yeah.
Not really. Don talks nothing like that.
No, like sometimes that's that specific kind of I don't know. He does that. And you did it perfect. But anyway.
So I haven't heard a word, so I don't think it's happening tomorrow. So, yeah, so sorry. Yeah, so it was a crazy week. Pamela Betty canceled on Monday. Jay and Dan didn't even show up here on Tuesday, and I don't know what that's about, so I'm going to yell at them.
Right.
Brian Scalaro, who was supposed to do yesterday, he then changed it to Tuesday, and we know how well that worked out.
Right.
And then, no Mark, and no Mark today. So on Monday, I have Nicole LaMonaco coming in here.
Oh, cool. Mm-hmm. Definitely say hi to her for me.
I will.
I mean, I'll probably be commenting and everything, but I love Nicole.
Tuesday, it better be Jay and Dan. Next Thursday, I have Hugh Murray coming in here.
Fuck. I've just met him. We've only hung out like maybe 3 times. I've been on shows like 3 times. He is one of my new favorite people in the universe.
I've known who he is forever. We just met each other this past weekend.
Because that's when he was hosting John's show at Club 121, and he goes he comes up and I went to him. I go, "Hey man, I'm Andy Plujanis. We have a couple of mutual friends of note, and I'm just happy that I'm finally meeting you." And he's like, "Oh yeah, you're Keegan." I'm like, "Yes, Mike and Carla and everything." He's like, "Oh cool," and we just got hit it off. He is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah.
It just blows my mind. I hate that since I've been around, he hasn't been around. I'm like, I feel like he would have been.
He's working his way back. It seems.
He is, and it's cool. But I'm like, it's like, oh, all that lost time kind of thing. So,
and I'm engineering Hershey and the Keegs Tuesday night, right? And I'm sitting there doing my thing, and they're doing their show, and Hugh comes up, and there's Hirschman. He's like, "Yeah, we got to get him in here and sit with us," and I'm sitting like, do I tell these guys right now that he's doing my show? I don't know what to do.
They would
they don't pay attention to anybody else, so they don't care what anybody else is doing. But I don't want them to think that I grabbed Hugh because they brought it up.
Oh yeah,
you know
I would have then said that probably in the moment. Quick.
Well, we'll see what this is. I don't know. It might be a telemarketer. We'll find out. Hello. Hello.
Bonjour. Ça va? Yo paseo?
All right, so much for that.
Fuck him.
Oh, that would have been fun.
I was hoping it would be something, but
see, I'm not good without Jay. Jay's is going to be the all-time greatest.
Yeah, I got to isolate that and put that on YouTube. We had a telemarketer call a few weeks ago, and Jay just had a blast with this. It was fantastic.
In deep, he just kept it.
Yeah.
On point. It was so good.
But I will admit my favorite was when back in the old days, with where
with Sally and
Sally
Mr. Pop and Twist.
Mr. Pop and Twist pretended to be beating Sally up over talking to this telemarketer. Holy shit, that was so funny. We got the telemarketer to admit that he was...
It was a scam.
Yeah. The first time in my life that's ever happened.
Nice. Yeah.
All right, we're out of here. Everybody enjoy your weekend. There is Donversations tonight with Don. There is no green room tomorrow. I got a murder mystery, so I won't be around. Actually, are you coming tomorrow to the murder
Not
mystery?
at the moment. Oh, tomorrow.
Should we
hopefully.
wait? We'll stay on the air. That'll go viral.
Emily's not on the app right now.
So that's it. Don is on tonight, and then we're off for the weekend. So join us again on Monday. I'll be here with Nicole Monaco. Everybody have a great weekend.
Nice.
Thank you, Mo.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, pal.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Again, go to govs.com and go see a show. Go to govs.com and make your reservations for November 18th. Hershey and the Keegs playing in the Giggle Room with Carla and Tom McGuire and Jay and some other great people. That's going to be a fun show. So go make your reservations for that. And that's it. We will see you guys later. Have a great weekend. Thanks.